Okay, so this is Tex Murphy Overseer. The fifth and for a while final game in the series, but I'm told ending on a cliffhanger. And I'm also told it's like kind of just like sort of a remake of the first game. So that's the thing. Once again, we have two difficulty levels here. Am I a gamer or am I entertainment? We're also calling the game players level. So I've been playing the rest of these, and it's been fine. I also don't care about my score, but whatever. I believe we're giving first billing to the people who are just in these. I'm curious who else is in this. Oh no, I wasn't given first billing. Never mind. Not a lot of listed actors. Oh! Oh!
Things will get worse and worse. Is your daddy there?
So, now I was saying that the fourth game was like surprisingly well acted and directed. I feel like they didn't get that director back. BBC spy movie, yeah, that's about what it feels like.
Tex? Are you okay? Sit up for a minute in the camera.
Oh, we're changing the UI up a bit here. And this doesn't have multiple endings to worry about, so I can just answer whatever.
No, I've fallen. I can't get up.
Oh, come on, sweetie. Let me see that handsome face of yours.
I know you're a strong woman, Chelsea, but even you've got your limits.
Quit stalling. I want to see the real you.
This is a hard choice.
Okay. You got your smelling salts handy.
Ooh, scared.
I feel like how they consistently make like all the options sound like.
Just like that he wore to all
Oh
the
no.
parties. He always won a prize.
Yeah? Well, after a hot bath, an apricot facial, and a little makeup, you're gonna be eating your heart out there, darling.
You probably forgot, but our date starts in exactly 12 minutes. Lucky for you, there is a 1-hour grace period.
Tell me, Chelsea, does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care?
I happen to. I have a nice surprise planned. If you show up, that is.
Okay, the first episode, the first two episodes of Power Rangers were from the same director as these games. That's interesting. Yeah, Tesla Effect might be on deck later. That being the sixth game that was like after like a 15-year gap or something.
Well, it's not a formal surprise, is it? Because my tux, it's at the dry cleaners.
No, no monkey suit required.
Oh, good thing. My gorilla suit's ruined. I spilled a banana daiquiri all over it.
I don't think I need to hear any more about that. Now don't go back to sleep. Make yourself beautiful as quick as you can and zip on over here. I'll be waiting.
Sorry I'm late.
Well, at least you're here. Come on in, let me take your hat and coat.
You know, in this light, you kind of look like a princess.
Oh, thank you. So which one of the dwarves do I have with me tonight? Happy, grumpy, or dopey?
I mean, you know the answer to that.
Sleepy, actually. But hey, I'll tell you what. I put on a fresh shirt. I'm wearing the tie you asked me to wear. Get a couple of drinks for me. I'm gonna perk right up, okay?
Well, you look like you've been working hard.
Oh man, I'm exhausted. It's just that I can't seem to get a decent night's sleep.
You still having those nightmares?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I think if you kept a little bit more normal hours and you ate a decent meal every now and again, you might look and feel a lot better. And that's why we have an 8 o'clock reservation at the Golden Pagoda.
Well, since you got to pick the restaurant, maybe I could be in charge of the early evening entertainment. Because if we...
Tex, honey, listen. I don't want you to think that I'm not interested. I am. It's just that I think that we have some things that we really need to discuss first.
Such as?
I just think it would be nice if our relationship could go further.
What, like, all the way to second base?
No. All I'm talking about is the ability to commit to something that has the potential to make us both very happy.
It's about Sylvia, isn't it?
No, and it's not about marriage. It's about that one thing that prevents us from being close.
Sylvia have to do with you and me.
You tell me.
Okay. You really want to know, I'll tell you. Keep in mind, 6 years ago, I was pretty much an idiot. The colonel had just fired me from his detective agency because I thought everything had to be done by the book. Literally. Well, being the naive optimist that I was, I decided to go into business for myself and become a big success. As it turned out, I was about to learn some even harder lessons.
Excuse me.
There I was in my shiny new office with all the trimmings up to my ears in debt. Weeks had gone by and I was still waiting around for my first client to show up. I figured I'd have more work than I could handle in a big city like New San Francisco. I was just starting to feel like a tiny bug on the windshield. Yeah, Chelsea, you wouldn't believe it, but I had a really nice office. Let me tell you about it.
Okay. We seem to have a different UI. Okay.
Nothing refreshes like cool, clear water. I just got this phone, and it came with a free 2-week subscription to the American Information Database. I can request data on my cases, and it will be faxed to my office immediately. I fill my ashtray with candy in hopes that visitors will forego the dangers of smoking in favor of good, wholesome, processed sugar. The PI Rules is my Bible. 20 tried and true aphorisms with plenty of blank pages to add your own. I've come up with 17 others so far. Extreme Sports Illustrated is pretty cutting edge. The last issue had an article on ultimate chess. 30 men and 2 women in a literal fight to the death. Cabinet itself was dirt cheap, but I was surprised at how much they charged me for the drawers. My fax machine's brand new. Now if I could just get a fax from someone other than my mom. This vid phone cost a bundle, but my pixels never looked so good.
Oh, this is the same.
Welcome to the American Information Database. We hope you enjoy your free 2-week trial subscription. Our new voice recognition interface makes requesting information more convenient than ever before. Simply tell us the topic you want researched. The request will be immediately transmitted to our central database. Any available information will be sent, usually within seconds, to your fax number. What topic would you like us to research? A search for information on Tex Murphy has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? Thank you for using the American Information Database. Goodbye.
This is a little concerning.
Do you have a fax?
So where's my inventory hiding out? Okay.
The Colonel told me this book was for idiots, but I found these words of wisdom to be both inspiring and instructive.
So can I, oh. Okay. I can move with arrow keys? No WASD, but like, the future is here today.
The guy who sold me my stone masks said either they were a fertility charm or would curse me to lifelong poverty and a violent death. Live dangerously, I say. Well, I'm not sure why, but this sculpture is called Every Day is Sunday to a Bird. Ay, 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 la polizia! Studies in Venezuelan policing tactics. These are travelogues of every country in the world that begins with A. Collection of Latvian literature. I use these books for scrap paper. It's the Linda Goodman Sun Sign series, complete with a Leo bookend. These are travelogues of every country in the world that begins with A.
You can tell this is like...
History of animal testing. I read a couple of chapters whenever I feel like getting really worked up.
We're trying to make a
Cliff Notes
nice new
collection of the
slick
world's
UI,
most
because it's like
complicated novels. I say trim the fat.
the late 90s now, or possibly the very early 2000s. And, I don't know, it's less charming than it used to be.
The lady on QVC said these commemorative Elvis plates were collectibles. I figure I got my retirement all taken care of. The lady on QVC said these commemorative Elvis plates were collectibles. I figure I got my retirement all taken care of.
Going to move with the mouse. Okay, let's see. What am I stuck on here?
Cabinet itself was dirt cheap, but I was surprised at how much they charged me for the drawers.
Did something not load properly here? Like what is with this? Just the handles cabinet.
This is where letters of recommendation and thank yous from clients will go. Oops. This letter from the Colonel's been misfiled.
It's like
Cabinet itself was dirt cheap, but I was surprised at how much they charged me for the drawers.
something's a little off here. Oh, okay, let's get down on the floor. Let's go to eye level. Okay. There's looking down. This feels like a slightly buggy, partially because, you know, there's a cabinet that's invisible. But, you know, it's fine, I'm sure. Probably. Or are they trying to do like reflective walls and it's not working super well? Well, these ones are doing it too. But like I do have the superpower to like see through which one's open, so that's cool. And yeah, okay, the phone's also missing some textures.
This perpetual motion device just goes on and on and on. Reminds me of my crazy Uncle Cadmus. This here's my little buddy.
That's distressing.
The Murphy family dance steps and the secret of successful dance instructors will be kept here, in case I ever have to make a career change. One thing's for sure, this isn't the only love seat in the office.
So hopefully this texture is not loading thing isn't going to be a persistent issue.
All right. Looks like the latest issue of Boyd's Life has arrived. Wonder what that crazy boy is up to this month. Oh, Boyd's Life. Annual fishing issue.
It is a
What the
big
fuck
magazine.
is up to this month?
Okay.
The only pet I've ever had. His name is Raymond.
Let's see. Okay, well. Most of that's loaded.
I use this tape to measure my success. I've just got to dust it off and it'll work like a charm.
Yep. Yeah, one of the people is very excited to see the name Joe Estevez and also, the name Clint Howard.
This is the door to my walk-in closet and bedroom.
It's so weird. What? It's like certain colors of the texture didn't load in or something. It's bizarre.
This holds all 4 of my color-coordinated outfits.
It's like I have X-ray vision.
When it comes to fashionable attire, I believe in quality over quantity. I'm saving these bottles of cold duck for a special romantic dinner. All of the flavor and none of the mind-numbing alcohol. Humphrey Bogart, my one true inspiration. The Royal Game of India. In my book, Parcheesi, Twister, and Ms. Pac-Man are the triumvirate of competitive gaming.
Are you the private investigator?
That's what someone painted on the door.
I'll take that as a yes. I'd like to hire you, if you're available.
Well, it just so happens that I am. What can I do for you, Ms.
Linsky, but I prefer if you called me Sylvia.
Okay, Sylvia. I'm Tex Murphy. Have a seat.
I'm sorry if I disturbed your game.
Well, that's all right. I was losing anyway.
Would you like one?
No, actually, there's a rumor going around that those things are bad for you.
Lots of things are bad for you. That doesn't stop me from enjoying them.
So, why are you in the market for a PI?
My father, Carl Linsky, died a week ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
The police think it's suicide. I believe they're wrong.
Well, the police are usually pretty good in matters like this. I mean, I can't believe they'd make that big a mistake.
My father wasn't suicidal, and I'll pay you to prove it.
Okay, your father's name is... Sorry, was?
Carl Linsky.
Okay. Well, if we rule out the suicide, that leaves 3 other ways to go. I mean, it could have been an accident, or natural causes, or it could have been murder.
The police say that they have witnesses that saw him jump off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Well, I guess that rules out the first 2 then. So you think your father was murdered?
He didn't kill himself, I know it.
Look, if I take your case, you gotta understand there's no money back guarantee. And it doesn't sound real promising.
I just don't know what else to do.
Who's the officer in charge?
The detective's name is Eve Clements.
All right, I'll go down and I'll talk to her. We can get together later and I'll tell you what I found out.
I'm staying at my father's house. Here's the address. Now, about the money up front. How much do you need? Because I haven't got a lot.
I'm running a special this week. If I decide not to take your case, there isn't going to be any charge.
Thank you. I'll be waiting.
Nice to meet you, Sylvia.
Okay, this again concerning. This game might fall apart any given moment, just so you know. Also, we seem to be doing a better job of femme fatale casting and direction and costuming. Anyway,
It doesn't sound like a very promising start.
Well, like I said, I was running out of cash fast and was pretty desperate for a case. I knew Detective Clemenson figured I'd pay her a visit. The only problem was she and the Colonel were pretty tight, and like I told you, I'd gotten the Colonel in some trouble not long before.
Get out!
You busy?
If it isn't Tex Murphy. Sold out any fellow PIs lately?
Oh, you bet. 3 this week alone.
You know, the last thing I need is some pansy PI wasting my time.
Look, I'll be so quick, you won't even know I was here.
Give me one good reason why I should do any favors for you.
what?
Because you're an extremely beautiful woman, and I'm desperately in love.
That's not gonna work.
Listen, I just went into business for myself, and I'm kind of relying on people like you to help me out.
All right, Murphy. You're just lucky you caught me in a charitable mood. But be quick about it. 6 witnesses saw Linsky take the dive. Their stories matched up and they all checked out.
And they all ID'd Linsky.
Not exactly. None of them were close enough to make an absolutely positive ID, but they described his general appearance, build, and clothing. Body wasn't found for a couple of days. Wasn't in the best shape when we fished it out of the bay. But we were able to make an identification using the personal effects found on the body.
She is very I'm walking here.
Coroner said the cause of death was drowning. No other injuries. Though there was a scar back here. Linsky probably had surgery done recently. That's all.
Also, I know this is like a remake of the first one, but
We didn't follow it up.
please tell me it's not
Nothing
as
to do
just
with his
talk
suicide.
as that was.
Standard stuff. Wallet, keys, and a suicide note neatly sealed in a Ziploc bag. I'd let you see it, but it's logged in as evidence. The handwriting, incidentally, was 100% match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to help you out because you're just getting started in the business. But don't abuse the privilege.
To go from Die Hard to Tex Murphy, that's the thing. Also, I love this like tilted list, so it's kind of hard to tell what you're clicking on.
As next of kin, she was notified and came in to identify her father's body. Didn't take it too well. One of the uniforms had to drive her home. The Colonel seems to think you've got the potential to be a good PI. Once you wake up to reality and get your priorities straight.
Guess we're done.
So you're saying you're not going to take my case?
Well, I don't want to take your money if I can't help you.
Fine. Leave.
I'm just being straight up, okay?
If you won't help me, I can do what I can on my own. It certainly won't be the first time.
I charge $400 a day plus expenses.
I have $1,000. If you can prove it wasn't suicide, I'll give you $10,000 later.
It's a deal. And you're gonna need to tell me everything you know so I can get started.
Oh, I will. Thank you, Tex.
Why don't you think your father would commit suicide?
He never would have considered it. He took good care of himself, and he often told me he was going to celebrate his 100th birthday by going skydiving.
Well, do you know anybody who'd want to see him dead?
No, no one. Everyone liked him. He was a kind man. I know the police confirmed that the note was in my father's handwriting, but it doesn't matter. I know it had to be a forgery. My father mentioned that he had had surgery performed, but he said it was minor and didn't say any more about it.
Detective Clement said you didn't pick up your father's personal effects.
I really don't remember
Stand.
much after they asked me to identify the body. An officer drove me home and I haven't gone back.
Well, they won't release the personal effects to me, and I'm hoping I'll be able to go through them so I can see if there's any kind of lead.
When we're done, I'll go pick them up and meet you back here.
Yeah, I can see if you're married to a casting director and they don't put you in anything. It's just like,
She wasn't very friendly or helpful. I think she only
You know.
made her mind about my father's
I was
death.
busy.
All I want to do is find out the truth about my father's death. I found a scrap of paper here with the address to your office written on it, no name. If my father didn't contact you, he must have gone to see someone else who works in your building. Before I came to see you, I checked the directory in the lobby, but didn't recognize any of the names.
After I finished talking to Sylvia, she gave me a spare key and said I was free to look around the house.
Oh, Sylvia was playing you like a kazoo.
Well, more like a game of trouble, as I began to realize when I started poking around Linsky's house.
Framing device is an interesting choice, and like that's just gonna keep happening, huh? Error, no error. Also, good view. Again, like DOS era games tend to run very, very consistently well on modern hardware, but like this very late 90s, early 2000s, that's the sketchy time. Let's see. Oh, that's a kitchen. And like it's so weird when it's just a partial thing like that. It's like there's just holes in the textures. And it occurs to me at some point, like something that I need to click on is probably not going to load in, right?
There's always time for a new case. I wonder if this was for Linsky's personal use. If so, he may have had a little addiction.
Stuff keeps just disappearing after look at it if it's not like going to be used in a puzzle later. It's weird. I'm used to. Where's my list of 40 items?
All this detective work's giving me the munchies. Maybe I can dig up a little snack in the fridge.
Ooh.
Sheesh, even I know you don't keep bananas in the fridge.
Hmm.
Freezer's well stocked. Plenty of all 4 food groups in here.
It's so weird just seeing through everything.
The note reads, Blackjack and Dominoes. I wonder who this Blackjack is. Sounds like a pirate. Unless, of course, it refers to the number 21. But how does 21... But how does 21 tie to the dominoes? I've never been a fan of dominoes. I figured the time wasted playing dominoes could be time well spent playing a rousing game of Parcheesi.
Okay.
A light is flashing by the 4, the 9, and the 8. These 3 numbers are probably useful.
Okay. Good old logical puzzles.
This must lead to the bedroom.
Good, all these sectors are loading properly. Except for those ones. Hang on, hang on.
This photo certainly is an eyeful. Flowering trees in a fragrant meadow. This picture has to be really old. Looks like a half-finished letter.
I'm trying to think of what would cause the game to be like cruded up in this exact manner this is.
It appears Carl Linsky was about to dump someone named Dolores. Blackjack and dominoes, and 21 horizontally, vertically, and diagonal. Maybe Linsky had some code number if the dominoes were placed in a special order of 21 in all directions. Something on professional letterhead. This could be interesting.
It's a weird UI.
So Linsky signed a book deal and wasn't delivering the goods. The question is, why? I wonder if Linsky's little black book could be green. Looks like Linsky bookmarked the address for Dolores Lightbody.
We're going to get to those good original Tex Murphy names again.
There are only 31 pieces on the chessboard. Seems like an odd number.
Okay, no. Okay, there we go. There's keys for that. Textures loading as they do.
Brand new cotton briefs. Larges, too. I wonder if I oughta... Nah.
Sure.
Dolores Lightbody?
Yes, indeedy.
My name's Tex Murphy. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking into the death of Carl Linsky.
Oh, well, do come in.
Thank you.
You are very, very welcome. Well, this is certainly exciting. A real live PI. I love detective novels, you know.
Is that right?
I guess I've always had a certain fascination with private dicks.
I can imagine, although I'm trying not to.
Tell me what I can do for you. Anything at all.
Well, enough about me. What do you say we talk about Carl?
What if I refuse to cooperate? Will you interrogate me under a bare bulb?
Well, I'm afraid, out of respect to the recently departed, I'm gonna have to ignore that little bit of innuendo.
Well, all right. Where to begin? Where to begin? It was about 3 months, 11 days ago on a foggy night when Carl and I first met. Naturally, it was love at first sight.
Ooh, sounds very romantic.
Oh. Actually, Carl came to have me draw up his will. That's what I do for a living.
Stressing options.
Well, be a sweetie and tell me who's mentioned in the will.
Just for you. The primary beneficiary was that trollop, Sylvia. You know, just between us, I believe Sylvia may have driven Carl to his death.
Well, who else would want Carl dead? Besides Sylvia, of course, and the off chance that it wasn't suicide.
Surely you don't mean murder.
Let's just say the police didn't find any trace of banana peel up there on that bridge. Now I've got a few more questions for you if you don't mind.
What?
Well, I'd do anything to help. I think you know that.
Guess we're just going on the list again.
I loved Carl
desperately. We were very happy together. I can't for the life of me imagine why he did what he did. I'm afraid Carl's estate consisted of his home and his speeder and not much more. I'm afraid Carl wasn't very good with money. He stipulated in his will that everything be divided between his daughter Sylvia and the North Hill Clinic. Of course, the real money that trollop Sylvia will get will be from his life insurance policy. That was Carl's way of making amends to Sylvia. And I'm sure it's the only reason Sylvia has you investigating her father's death. Carl worked there for years. It's a very
You do appreciate the check
exclusive
boxes.
medical facility, you know. I've been in touch with the director, Arnold Sternwood. I don't play very well myself, but Carl did. He said that life itself is a chess match. Me? Oh, I'm still in shock, as you must imagine. It'll be weeks, maybe months before I'm able to love again. This note is clearly a forgery. I will not dignify it with a response. Carl loved to play games.
So weird too.
Many a
Like,
romantic evening, we'd while away the hours playing dominoes or backgammon. Carl also loved to play chess.
I was talking about the previous game, like actually having really good direction in the cutscenes, whereas I'm used to this sort of FMV game having this, like, you know, dead stare straight into the camera sort of thing whenever you're talking to somebody, and it's weird to like have done it so right and then go back to this.
Carl received regular packages from them, vitamin supplements, I suppose. Carl was very health conscious. He often said he wanted to live forever. I can't really help you there. Carl's wife left soon after Sylvia was born. Oh, Carl did the best that he could, but he never felt that he'd done a very good job raising Sylvia. And she never appreciated her father. She left home when she was very young and went into some unsavory kind of work, escorting or something like that. Carl's heart was nearly broken. They hadn't been close in years. It's too soon, Tex. Allow me to grieve first, and then we'll see what grows between us.
So that was my introduction to Dolores Lightbody.
Oh, the way she talked about Carl, it sounds like she was living in denial.
Actually, it was Sausalito, but she did have a way of looking at things through steamed-up glasses. And she also
Like-
had some valid concerns about my client, which I brought up with Sylvia later that day.
It feels a bit like playing the first game, but with like director's commentary on, and also not realizing that there's a skip the drive button in the car. Which, yeah, that was the thing.
Here are the things from the police. There wasn't much. His wallet, a set of keys, 2 go to the house, 1 to the scooter. The other 2, I don't know what they go to. They also gave me a copy of a suicide note.
I'll check them out. I've got a few things I need to run by you. I went out and I talked with Dolores Lightbody today. Apparently you two aren't exactly soul sisters.
She was hideous. I don't know what kind of black magic she used on my father, but I can't think of any other explanation.
That's rude.
Dolores told me about the will. Apparently you're the beneficiary.
Why are you treating me like I'm a suspect? For your information, if I sold the house and the speeder and added it to the cash, I might be able to pay off my father's debt. I'm not going to benefit from this will.
Except, of course, the $1 million life insurance
I'm not going to get a cent of that. I'm surprised you're even asking me about that. You know, life insurance policies don't pay off in cases of suicide.
And that's why you retain my services.
Well, you can think that if you want. But I don't have to stick around here and be insulted by the hired help.
Ouch.
Yeah, I violated PI Rule 17. Never upset a client. She was right. I was the hired help, so I went back to work. The manila envelope Sylvia had given me turned out to have some pretty useful items in it.
Again, after every cutscene, there's gonna be a thing. Stuff.
Blackjack and domino.
Yeah, we already did that. Oh, there's like little yellow house ones when I was looking at. That's
Pain
nice.
is unbearable. Linsky really wrote this. I'd like to find out exactly what he's referring to.
From the intro, when who's on the run from clocks. Do.
Must be a closet door. My deductive powers tell me that this ladder could lead to the attic.
Okay. It's again, like, it's fascinating. It's like the game is decaying, and I'm just trying to play it before it just disappears entirely, you know?
Titanium cabinets like these are guaranteed to withstand a nuclear explosion. Something I always look for in a warranty. Nothing useful. Titanium cabinets like these are guaranteed to withstand a nothing useful. Old college research papers. Looks like somebody was having fun with crayons. I wonder what Linsky did to this Blaine Warner person. Maybe he stole his tricycle.
They're in my head. They're in my head. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. They're in my head. Oh, get them out. Oh, get them out. I can't take it any longer. Get them out. Get them out. Ah.
What the hell was that all about? A fancy roll top. Think I'll take a look under the hood. Sylvia Linsky's credit report. Looks like money management isn't one of her strong points. A fancy roll top. Think I'll take... paper, pencils, paper clips, not much else. Nothing useful. Typical packing boxes. Locked.
There's no back to that drawer.
Well, what do we have here? Appears to be a rental agreement. From the looks of this, Linsky had a secret special place that he didn't want anyone to know about. Linsky's secret workshop was out by the spaceport in an old warehouse. The key from the manila envelope fit the lock and I stepped inside.
Was anyone there?
No, and I doubt anyone had been there since Linsky. The place didn't appear to have been searched, judging by all the interesting things I found.
Sure doesn't.
It's like a package of electrical doohickeys. The circuit conductor kit could come in handy if I ever need to repair a circuit grid. Hey, there's first time for everything.
Ooh, an actual Red Cross on a first aid kit in the game. It's something you do not see these days. Look at these barrels. It's like it's like the color black maybe just isn't here. Like, it's so weird. I think like a whole surface is gone, but it's like the lighting is doing it. There's apparently a calendar in here somewhere.
Corkboard covered with dribble. Curious place to hide a note.
I'm not seeing a calendar. Ooh.
Just a bunch of packing boxes.
There it is. With a hole through it.
Either Linsky lost track of time in a big way, or this was just his favorite month. The word safe is a misnomer whenever I'm on a job.
What is this font on these keys? What is this font on the keys on the safe? Like, what the hell?
Several items are inside the safe.
Why am I suddenly up so high?
I've seen this kind of thing before. It's a computer gizmo. word safe is a misnomer whenever I'm on a job. That's a passcard reader. You attach it to a computer, then use a passcard on it. Well, this is a life insurance policy taken out by Carl Linsky. And the sole beneficiary is Sylvia Linsky. Linsky didn't strike me as the sort of guy who'd use random profanity, no matter how mild. This may be a message or a code.
So it still like weirds me out how like this whole series is set in like, you know, 2040 something, and like absolutely just does not weird here. Absolutely just does not like make any use of that at all in any of the games, really. Well, I guess there's like the little pet critter in the one, but like slightly more lasers to deal with. There was a UFO, but it's like you could have these set in modern day and not really have to change any details at all, you know?
Elade. Nothing makes a boo-boo feel better.
Oh.
These cut-up pieces resemble a rectangular security card, but it looks like a piece is missing. I'm assuming Linsky did that on purpose.
There will be jigsawing in the near future, I'm sure.
This blanket's a pretty color. Bottle of pills. Linsky must have had trouble sleeping. These prescription pills would knock out an elephant.
Ah, prescription pills. Yes. Excuse me while I call.
Printout with a few notes added in Linsky's handwriting. I'm willing to bet this project of Linsky's figures prominently into the case, not to mention whoever this Overlord character is. A handwritten fax. Methinks I smell a lead. Well, this fax raises a few questions. First, who's SF? Second, was he working for Linsky? And third, what was he doing? Sounds like he just might have been canceling some people's subscriptions to Life.
Yes, yes, give me the bad detective stuff.
This important, but it's got a security protect feature. I'll need to attach a passcard reader and use a security card with it before it'll operate.
Me untall?
Direct deposit slips. I personally haven't seen any of these for quite a while. I need to find out who was paying Linsky's tab. Newspaper clipping.
That the ingestion was forced. I'll never stop making fun of when full justification is weird. What else is in here? Still not used to this, like, I can just
The letter
move
looks like it could
around.
be interesting. Well, this letter was written almost a year ago, and I'm guessing Linsky wasn't too happy to get it. If I can track down this Wanda Peck, maybe she can explain the context of the letter.
Oh boy, the walkthrough suggesting something for fun.
It sounds like you didn't find too many answers in Linsky's warehouse.
No, just more questions. As I headed home for the night, one theory after another pounded in my head. If Linsky killed himself, what was the reason? Because he was in debt? His apparent health problem, whatever that was? Something to do with Sylvia? Or if Linsky was murdered, who was behind it? Dolores, because she knew Linsky was gonna dump her? Sylvia to get the insurance money? Or was it someone else with a motive I hadn't even discovered yet?
I knew you'd be back. I just never dreamed it would be so soon.
I don't want to appear ungrateful, Dolores, but you and I, we're never going to get it on. I'm sorry, but we need to keep this on a purely professional basis.
Say what you want. Your hungry eyes tell a different tale.
Okay. In the meantime, I'd like to ask you a few more questions.
I'll do anything to help. Anything.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, that has crashed, it seems. Which, I did save it at a point. Not an especially recent point, but at a point. Um... One of those special crashes too, where it didn't restore my resolution to what it should be. See. Oh, this is very unpleasant. Thank goodness we're having two monitors, I guess. here? Okay, that fixed the resolution thing. Now, what are the odds if I open this back up that it will not suck? Oh.
I don't want to appear ungrateful, Dolores, but you and I, we're never going to get it.
Oh boy. Okay, hang on.
I don't want to appear ungrateful, Dolores, but you and I, we're never going to get it on. I'm sorry, but we need to keep this on a purely professional basis.
Say what you want. Your hungry eyes tell a different tale.
Okay. In the meantime, I'd like to ask you a few more questions.
I'll do anything to help. Anything.
Oh, will you not crash? That's the important thing. So let me just find my place again here. I was about to say, well, if it's going to crash like that, and it's also just like this error prone, I might just give up on this one. I was just looking at how long the game was. But it does feel very much like just a remake of the original.
I seem to remember Carl mentioning somebody with those initials. It was Sonny. Sonny something or other. Sonny Fletcher. Yes, I'm certain that it was Sonny Fletcher. I think he was a PI. Like you. Although I doubt he was as handsome. I don't know what he was doing for Carl.
Okay. I think that's all I need. Yeah. That's the thing.
What topic would you like us to research? A search for information on Wanda Peck has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? A search for information on Sonny Fletcher.
It is nice to be able to like go to an office and just not like get in your car and then, you know, have it just come in as a fax that just like is on your screen for half a second, and if you didn't remember it, then too bad for you.
Thank you for using the American Information Database. Goodbye.
I love that there's this unknown error code. Okay. Did I forget to do something? Well.
place or come back later?
Let's see. So there's supposed to be a little like message coming in on the phone, which is not there. I may have missed something. Let's see. Where might I have this something? Probably over here. To once again rifle through the things. Get stuck on that bed really bad. Yep.
Nothing in here. Nothing in here. Nothing in here.
And there's pill bottles in there. Is there something?
Top quality drafting table.
Hmm.
The word safe is a misnomer whenever I'm on a job.
Hmm.
Now, I'm no brain surgeon, but if I were, all these books might make sense. Linsky was obviously doing some heavy-duty research in this place.
Certainly are a persistent rogue, aren't you? What can I do for you this time? Oh, I wish I could be of more help. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I can't really help you there. That was Carl's way of making amends to Sylvia. And I'm sure it's the only reason Sylvia has you investigating her father's death. Oh, I wish I could be of more help. He's an extremely attractive man, but also very busy. If you'd like to see him, I can try to arrange an appointment with him. I'll call you and let you know. Then you'll have to owe me a favor.
Okay, it's her exhausted. Have I
Sounds like I've got a message on the vid phone.
Okay. Don't know which of those was the key, but plot flag triggered.
Hi, Tex. I need to talk to you as soon as possible. Could you come over to my father's house whenever you get this message? No matter how late it is. I'll be waiting for you.
Ah, the mating call of the blonde bird of prey. Well, I guess it goes without saying you ran right over there.
You're also
How
blonde.
dangerous the situation was, I would have stopped to buy a gun. Turned out Sylvia had been talking to Mr. Absolute all evening.
Oh, look who it is. Oh, look who it is. Tex Murphy, handsome PI on the case from hell. I bet you've solved this damn mystery by now, haven't you?
That'd be a good thing to put on a business card.
Here I am. Sylvia Linsky, the bereaved client whose daddy took a dive into the San Francisco Bay. It sounds interesting, doesn't it?
Sounds like you've had too much to
Oh,
drink.
don't tell me I've had too much to drink. I have plenty to drink about, more than you know.
So, here's my question. Will this still have shooter sequences?
What do you know about grief? Huh? Is your daddy dead?
Will they still be side view?
Before you could even pronounce your own name? Huh? I didn't think so. You know what it's like to be absolutely alone? That's what I am now, alone. I don't have anybody now.
Sylvia, I'm really sorry.
Don't pity me. I don't need you. I don't need anybody. Go away.
What you don't need is any more of this. What you do need is some bang
Mr. Murphy, I'm surprised at you taking advantage of a woman who's had too much to drink.
That's not Sylvia. I require my victims to be at least sober enough to sign a waiver. You passed that point a long time ago.
Don't you like me, Tex?
I like you. That's why I put you to bed. Now I'm gonna leave.
You're fine. Not one bit.
Good night, Sylvia.
Good night. I like you too, Tex.
You're not gonna like anything in the morning.
You know, when we first met, it wasn't all that different from your night with Sylvia. But of course, you were the one that was sloppy drunk.
What? Talking about the Bastille Day celebration at the Bruin Stew? I wasn't that drunk.
Oh no, we met before Louis' party. Don't you remember? Come on, sweetie.
Well, I do remember something, but I thought that was a dream. It's all kind of fuzzy.
Okay, buddy. Come on. Time to go home.
Louie.
No.
Louie, one more,
Hey, hey, let's get going, bud. Come on. Morning, you got places to go. Oh, come on, guy. Get out of here. Look at what you've done to my stand.
How'd you get those?
No, I don't need your help.
Help you with that.
promising start.
Now I know why I don't remember. You punched me. I mean, my jaw hurt for a week and I never did figure out why. Well, it was kind of a down period in my life.
Well, things have gotten better. Haven't they?
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm dying to find out how you went from the starch-pressed young PI to a puddle of drool. Let's hear some more about your story.
Well, you're making it sound so glamorous.
What did you do after you left Sophia?
Well, the next morning, Dolores Lightbody contacted me. She had got an appointment with Arnold Sternwood out at the North Hill Clinic.
Again, these wraparound segments just feel very padded. Oh, okay.
Mr. Murphy,
Oh, I thought we had gameplay for a second. Never mind.
this won't take long, will it? I have an extremely full diet.
Well, I suppose just this one time we can forego the background check and hobby questionnaire.
So, what can I do for you?
I've been hired by Carl Linsky's daughter to look into his apparent suicide.
So little Sylvia's got her claws into you.
Well, not that it's any of your business, but I'm a professional. Miss Linsky, she needed a private investigator, so she hired me. She's paying my tab, but that's all.
She's paying, huh? That's a switch. I don't mean to be unaccommodating, Mr. Murphy, but I really do have urgent matters to attend to.
Look, sorry, can I just have a couple of minutes?
Again, like, let's take this old game we did that's basically a flight simulator with some dialogue
Over the past
trees.
few years, his age forced him to give up
Cut out the
surgery
flight
and take up
simulator.
research. We were friends, but not extremely close. I was sorry to learn of his premature death.
And just, like, really re-record and ham up all the talking.
I can't give you any details regarding that. The name is unfamiliar.
And go from, again,
His
like,
spec works for Capricorn.
well-directed conversation scenes to this.
And the ideas of the organization for which she works. I don't look back on our brief association with any fondness. I don't know.
Stare
who that
dead
is.
into the camera.
I've never heard of it. I can't give you any details regarding that.
I can't use these things
Walker
together.
worked for us as an intern. He was fired as a result of his unprofessional behavior. I have no idea where he is now. I assure you, Mr. Murphy, I had no part in the death of Carl Linsky. I've never heard of it. I consider it an honor to work here in light of the clinic's well-deserved reputation. Until Miss Lightbody contacted me, I was unaware that Carl had made North Hill a beneficiary in his will. I've been known to play chess on occasion, in those rare moments when I have time for leisure.
Why would I ask about
I
that?
believe she was Carl's fiancée, as well as the executor of his will. I didn't know her prior to Carl's death. I can't give you any details regarding that. That company supplies us with many technologically advanced medications, including what you might call anti-aging drugs. They're very much on the cutting edge in their field. Carl gave me no indication of being suicidal. Of course, I hadn't seen him in over 2 months. That young woman is trouble. I won't burden you with details. Suffice it to say that she has a way with older men and knows how to get what she wants. I don't want to seem rude, but I really do have many pressing engagements. Let's stick to business, shall we?
Oh, wait. Missed one.
About a year ago, Capricorn came to us, to Carl Linsky specifically, with allegations of unethical research practices. The charges were completely without merit. But Carl decided to take a voluntary leave of absence, and Capricorn decided to not pursue the investigation.
Okay, all the things are checked. And I just teleport away.
Tex, let me apologize for last night. The things I said were 10% depression and 90% alcohol. Hopefully there's something I can do to make it up to you. If there's anything else you need, just ask.
Do.
So, you found the policy. Well, not that it's going to do me any good, but who knows? Maybe things will work out.
That's all I needed from you, apparently. Hopefully.
Sylvia Linsky came by to pick up her father's personal effects. Must be nice having a job for a change.
Really is. She's paying me a small fortune, too. Do you want to know what it's like to make really good money?
With all the kickbacks, I make a pretty decent living.
Yeah. You're kidding about that. You know, Lieutenant, I mean, we could sit here all day and trade friendly insults, and that might be pretty fun. But you know what I need right now? I need the help of an intelligent, knowledgeable, not to mention gorgeous policewoman right now.
You're not as charming as you think, Murphy. What do you want?
To ask you about random people's names. Like
Older
you do.
guy. He's a PI like you, or used to be. He has a little problem with the bottle. Okay, look. Fletcher's had a few DUIs. He's a friend of the Colonel's, and as a favor, we didn't make him do any time. If you can keep that to yourself, I'll call Fletcher's parole officer and let you know where you can find Sonny. She was some sort of research scientist. Her family had us investigate her death, but we didn't find any evidence to indicate that it was anything but accidental poisoning.
So I was just now remembering that, like, the original game could be, like, finished in 5 minutes if you just skipped to certain places. This walkthrough does not seem to be taking that approach.
I dealt with Capricorn in my later cases, but this was the first time in the Capricorn building. I mean, the exterior was impressive. What I saw inside was dynamite.
Some woman, I guess. Well, from your choice of metaphors, I don't think I'm going to like this part of the story very much.
Want to pack? How may I help you, Mr. Murphy?
I'm interested in what you people do here at Capricorn. I'm a Pisces, by the way.
We're a private organization
Trying to find the
that
worst
infiltrates and
puns.
exploits any group whose intent is to infringe on civil liberties. I'm a Leo, by the way.
So what is a gorgeous woman like you doing in a place like this?
Why didn't you just tell me the reason for your visit?
I'm looking into the suicide of a man who you investigated at the North Hill Clinic.
I read about Linsky's death. I was sad about it. But why do you want to talk to me? Take a seat.
Getting that good Deus Ex lip smack here.
Okay. I admit this was a pretense, but I really wanted to get your attention.
Well, now that we've met, why don't we get down to the real reason you're here?
Asking about random people. Got it.
About a year ago, we were told that Mr. Linsky was conducting unethical practices on comatose and terminally ill patients at North Hill Clinic. I looked into the matter but was unable to prove anything. Mr. Linsky voluntarily took a leave of absence, saying he had other projects to pursue, so we decided to drop the investigation. Capricorn's primary mission is to identify, then infiltrate organizations suspected of practicing extreme discrimination. These include everything from UFO cults to hate groups to unethical research scientists.
You seem really engaged.
I keep hearing the word overlord, especially linked to the Law and Order Party. I don't know if it's a person, place, or thing, but it seems to represent a lot of power.
Oh, right, you got to shoot a bunch of Nazis in the first game. That was the thing.
We're putting a lot of our resources into investigating Law and Order. Their legal people make sure they don't cross the line publicly, but their ideology is pretty frightening to anyone with any intelligence or belief in human rights.
Please tell me I get to shoot a bunch of Nazis in this one, too.
As the director of the clinic, he was understandably eager to avoid any scandal and was very helpful throughout our investigation of Karl Linsky. As you probably know, the clinic has an outstanding reputation. We were surprised when the allegations against Karl Linsky came up. I play occasionally, but I like my sports a little more physical.
Okay, I'm getting a feeling of what this walkthrough writer's definition of fun is now. Just mild innuendo. Got it. Anyway. Just gonna walk away mid-conversation. Teleport to somebody else's apartment here.
The address Detective Clements got from Sonny Fletcher's parole officer turned out to be a filthy, vermin-infested motel. It was a dump, and it smelled like a porta potty at a chili cook-off.
Okay, I get the point.
Sorry. I just couldn't imagine why Karl Linsky would hire a detective who lived in a place like that.
I feel like, you know, the porta potty's going to smell bad regardless, but at least you've also got the smell of the chili around.
What do you want?
I've got some great news. Your parole officer says the cops are almost positive that you didn't kill Karl Linsky.
What makes you think I know Karl Linsky?
Listen, Sonny. All I need is a few minutes out of your busy schedule.
So, you're PI.
Sure. Can't you tell? My name's Murphy.
All right. Come in, Murphy. I'll talk to you.
Nice vintage
Thanks.
CRT.
Thanks.
Close the door.
Nice place.
Yeah. My travel agent
I'd get a new travel agent.
So it occurs to me too. We got this like
It just might be why.
fancy new exploration UI, and then we're just not using it to just be like pure cutscene.
I guess you could say that. Come on! What do you want from me, huh?
I understand Carl Linsky had hired you. At least before he died.
I had nothing to do with Carl Linsky buying the farm. Bible truth.
The Bible says the truth will set you free. What were you working on with Linsky?
Okay, I guess I can tell you now, it doesn't matter. He wanted me to find some people for him.
Why?
I don't know. Man gives me a list of names and I go to work, okay?
If you don't mind me saying, why would Linsky hire you? You don't look like you're in much condition to be working.
That's low. I haven't had a drink in almost 2 years! Until last week!
So if anybody was like Ninja falling asleep, you're welcome.
You're funny, man! So funny.
What are you working on with Linsky?
Look, I just tracked down 2 people, all right? It was a Val Davis and a Rhoda Morgan. Didn't take me any time. I found out where they were. They were in the ground and they hadn't been there too long.
Is that when you dropped the case?
Yeah, around there. Look, I prefer not to talk about this anymore, okay?
Okay.
Gracias.
If you could just give me some more information about the names on the list.
I can't remember.
Come on, don't hold out on me. Want a bribe or something? You know that's illegal.
I can't remember. Bible's truth.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you straight. I'm working on Linsky's suicide, and I just need some information, a clue or a lead, something to keep the thing going.
Wait a minute. All right.
More large hams, please.
Tell me to hang on to it. The bee's hot. In case anything happened to it.
Just a bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Just a warning. Better get off this case right now. Judgment Day is looking for me. Good luck for you too. Better get out, Eagle.
I'll keep your warning in mind. Maybe we'll see each other around.
Yeah, maybe. Hey.
I'll shut the door.
That is a huge like peephole. Anyway. The important thing is I got a thing to put in a thing. Excuse me.
What's this? 2 pieces for the price of 1.
I got a gray rectangle.
I'm pretty sure I know where this piece goes.
Do we get that classic Tex Murphy jigsaw puzzle minigame? We do. The controls are the same they are. Okay. This is more like a tangram. Wow. Ooh, I can turn these 8 ways. Fancy. It's a little bit more abstract. Will these do the snappy thing? No. Okay. Those four seem to have corners, and the rest of these don't. So that's a start. Those seem to kind of go together. And maybe this here, this here, this here. The corners were a trick. No hints needed.
Passcard E.
Is there everything
They used to
before
say
before you
nothing
started
but
solving
ID,
it?
that means
Because
there
that
are
would have been
just
much easier.
cards floating around. Maybe more.
Okay. Puzzle solved. Ominous save game. No. Okay. My new move with the arrow keys technology. Oh, yeah, hit return. Like the lack of any presentation on this page of text. Oh. Game, are you mad at me? Was I criticizing you too hard? Are we just switching modes? What's going on here? Okay. Okay. You do you. This is like so, like bubblegum tinfoil holding this game together here, you know? Anyway. Okay. Guess we're done. I don't know why I was told to save it there. I mean, it's good to save it off anyway. I'm being told to travel to a place that's not a place. That's a thing.
find out who was paying Linsky's tab. Passcard E. Well, if they use the same alphabet I do, that means there are at least 5 of these cards floating around. Maybe more. Linsky didn't strike me as the sort of guy who'd use random profanity, no matter how mild. This may be a message or a code.
Once again, the walkthrough fails me. I'm unclear where I was asked to save. Is there something else I was supposed to get out of this?
I'll bet this computer is important, but it's got a security protect feature. I'll need to attach a passcard reader and use a security card with it before it'll operate.
Yeah, like presumably I should get this password right here, and this address right here rather, and just go there. But is not showing up in the thing.
I'll bet this computer is important, but it's got a security protect feature. I'll need to attach a passcard reader and use a security card with it before it'll operate.
Am I missing something here? It did the thing. That should be the trigger I need.
Passcard reader's hooked up.
I should know about the place now.
Sonny's not in his room. Probably ran out of rot gut.
We just talk to random people and see what happens.
I'm busy, Murphy. Make it quick. I've heard of it, but I don't have any privileged information about it. I don't meddle in politics, but I like most of what I've heard from the Law and Order Party. It's about time government did something to clean up the streets and get rid of all the illegals.
ECAB.
She was a professor at USF. Died in a speeder wreck a couple of weeks ago. I guess you're gonna tell me it wasn't an accident, right? You've got quite an imagination. I haven't got any information on that. Never heard of it. I haven't got any information on that. I've heard of it, but I don't have any privileged information about it. Never heard of it. I don't play, if that's what you're asking. I don't know the name. I don't have a lot of time to waste, Murphy. I haven't got any information on that.
Oh, thank you. You've been no help at all. We have a little secret like sub area. Besides this. Go up and look down.
Junk mail and an old computer manual. Empty.
Was I being told to save because perhaps weird bugs would happen there?
So, how is your investigation progressing?
Fine. You know, when I was here before, I forgot to mention that I cook, I clean, and I'm a love machine.
You flatter me, but I'd be more comfortable if we kept this professional. What have you found out? I don't have any information on that. Never heard that name before? Can't help you there. I don't have any information on that.
It's just filling all my checklists.
Haven't the faintest idea what that is. Never heard that name before?
You know if there's like multiple line
Can't
deliveries on
help you
these?
there. I don't have any information on that. Haven't the faintest idea what that is. Never heard that name before? I would prefer to keep our relationship strictly professional if you don't mind, but perhaps we can help each other out.
Listen, Mr. Murphy, I've been cooperative, and I've answered all your questions already. I'm under no obligation to help you any further.
You got me. You are a very stylish man. Did you know that? And I just came by to check out your ensemble. That is a very nice suit.
If we wanted a comedian around, I would hire one. Why are you here this time? I've never heard of it. I don't know who that is.
Game? Video of guy saying he likes Nazis but is not a Nazi is not found. Game may be crashing again.
You are a very stylish man. Did you know that? And I just came by to check out your ensemble. That is a very nice suit.
If we wanted a comedian around, I would hire one. Why are you here this time?
Save me asking about Nazis, apparently. So,
What topic would you like us to research?
just trying to think if,
A search for information on Rhoda Morgan has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? A search for information on Capricorn has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? A search for information on Law and Order Party has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? A search for information on Val Davis has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? A search for information on Carl Linsky's computer pass card has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? A search for information on Carl Linsky has been initiated. What other topic would you like
I love that it's just like a search engine that will, like, you know, fax stuff to you when they get around to it. Ow.
A search for information on Carl Linsky's life
Over the phone.
has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research?
Just mess me up.
Information on North Hill Clinic has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research?
Also, do I have the game's logo as, like, my desktop wallpaper? Is that what's going on here?
For information on Carl Linsky's will has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? A search for information on chess has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? A search for information on Dolores Lightbody has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research?
Like, I have this distinct fear
Dear Jane note has been initiated. What other topic would you like us
that,
to
like,
research?
a plot trigger just didn't
A
trigger.
search for information on DeLeon Health Services has been
And this is in particular why there was a note in this walkthrough to save it, like, right after the point I saved, before the point I saved it.
Sylvia Linsky has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research?
Now I'm just hoping that
Thank
there's
you
some
for
kind of,
using the
like,
American Information Database. Goodbye.
back door maybe that'll help.
Do you have a fax?
I got several faxes, I'm assuming. Yeah, look at all them. Everybody's little stat readouts. I don't actually care about any of these. The hope is if I look at them all, then maybe, just maybe, I can, reboot the plot, get it rolling again.
What can I do to help?
Tell me you don't know about stuff.
I don't know what that is. I've never heard of her. I'm not really interested in politics, but I can tell you my father didn't care much for the Law and Order Party. My father had some kind of run-in with them a while ago, but he didn't give me any details. Doesn't sound familiar. I don't know what that is.
The only other option is that I was supposed to do something with the computer that didn't
I'll admit,
click.
I
Like,
could use the insurance money, but I doubt I'll ever get it. That's where my father worked. He was highly respected in his profession. As I said, my father's will is more trouble than it's worth. My father loved chess. He used to say I'd be a good player, but I've never been interested in it.
doesn't work that way.
this woman. If she weren't handling my father's will, I would have nothing to do with her.
Like chess is very much a game of like
If my father was planning on dumping Dolores, it wouldn't be a surprise.
playing chess enough to
I never
memorize
understood
like
what he saw in
good
her
situations,
in the
then
first
like
place.
put yourself in them. Like
I don't know anything about it.
well, it's something you said for like just being a strategic thinker, I guess. But you know, okay. Let's go back in here. Let's have more error codes. Let's play with this again. Now, what could I hit that I'm not hitting? No.
Pass card reader's hooked up. Now I'll need to scan the pass card.
Yeah, nothing new yet. Like, give me address. Or something. If I hit tab, it bounces between there and there, but there's nothing there. Okay, no, that's not helping. What if... No. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Ow, ow. That's what I'm trying to do. Sharp claws, baby, sharp claws. Now it's suddenly there. Okay, hang on. Literally all I did was look through the help files. Let's go all the way up. Suddenly it's there. I looked several times, right? Everybody, like, eyewitnesses, this just wasn't there. Now it is. Okay, let me get my cat something and fume about that. Now. Maybe loading the game fixed it? Yeah, okay, that has to be it. So presumably, I did the correct thing. I looked at the computer. It was supposed to set the flag to add the next location to the map. It didn't. And then when I loaded the game, it checked that I'd done the computer last and updated it then.
The Fresno address was in the heart of the hot zone, what might have been a strip mall, at least before the bombs fell. Seemed
Well,
pretty obvious the place was a front, a red herring meant to throw off any passing bloodhounds. But I'd made the trip, so I decided to check it out.
frustrating. Very frustrating. I was making good time with this too. Oh, like this game is so falling apart. It's really kind of fascinating.
It's a map of the world with 3 different time zones highlighted.
Okay. Getting back into it now. Buggy mess.
A safe. It appears to be connected somehow to the commemorative plate display.
Okay, let's see. One of these boxes has a thing on it. Let me be tall and look down.
There are 3 different appointments. Dinner on Monday in San Francisco at 6 p.m. Lunch on Tuesday in Paris at 2 p.m. Breakfast in Sydney on Thursday at 9 a.m. Hope this person can keep track of time zones. And what's this note about 3 sets of 3? Must be important. Electric bill. Wonder how. Looks like mail's still being delivered to this address.
I have saved my game as you demand. Fix my camera as well.
That's a nice rendering of the Golden Gate Bridge.
Uh-huh. This is not weird at all. Why is that not working?
There are 3 different appointments. Dinner on Monday in San Francisco at 6 p.m. Lunch on Tuesday in Paris at 2 p.m. Breakfast in Sydney on Thursday at 9 a.m. Hope this person can keep track of time zones. And what's this note about 3 sets of 3? Must be important.
Did I go the wrong direction? Is that your problem? Or is that one done and you're just marking it weird? Meow. Meow. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Green for not set yet, red for set yet is weird convention to use. It's like throwing me off big time. Meow meow. Meow meow.
Photograph.
Okay.
A photo of Carl Linsky is about the last thing I'd expect
Wow.
to find in a safe in an abandoned office in the middle of a hot sun.
I'm gonna pick you up now.
Tell Jimmy to find out who the other guy in the photo is.
A little annoying. You clearly need attention. Have our cat snuggling time. Now we are back to our frustrating adventure game time. Yes? You good? Did you just need attention or something else? Yeah, anything else? Okay. What do you need? Need the water turned on again? The water they turned on for you that you turned off yourself, apparently? Completely? That's kind of an impressive trick. Here you go. He seems to have worked out how to, like, shut the faucet off. Go ahead. Hop on it. Which with this design is much easier than turning it on in the first place. It's one of those like lift it things. Okay. So, where was I? That is not goddamn freaking Fresno office.
I don't think you fully appreciate just how busy I am. You have exactly 2 minutes.
Am I timed?
photo appears to have been taken recently. The other man is John Klaus. John Klaus worked here before I became director. He was the top surgeon and left North Hill for a distinguished position at San Francisco General. I believe he may have performed Carl Linsky's surgery.
I think that's all I need. Yeah. Yeah.
When I returned to Sonny's motel room, he wasn't there. But he'd left a letter for me, taped to the door.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll look at that later or elsewhere. Okay. Sure. Up we go again. Hi. It's really getting sharp. So we just need to be like cutscening over like platformery gameplay from the original game, which, you know, I'm of two minds on that. I like my jank gameplay now and then. Okay, now I have an armful of cat. And a cheek full of claw. So I guess I have to just curl my arm over at a really awkward angle to rub this belly until I am released. Oh, which is now. Okay. Down you go. We good now? Hmm? Hmm?
There's a bucket down there with a brick in it. If I can find something to hook onto the bucket handle with, I could take a closer look at the brick.
It's nice. The background is getting more surreal as the graphics need to just be totally broken. This game is not. This game largely is not.
With an Anasazi figure drawn on it. Interior decorating, Anasazi style.
I feel bad for skipping past that note so fast. I didn't realize it wasn't gonna stick around.
I'm willing to bet this project.
Oops. Anyway. Are you good? Are you gonna stop grabbing me? Yeah? Okay. Okay. You're cute. Where were the stairs? Ah, they're there.
Three interlocking cog wheels are fixed to the walls. Mysterious. looks to me like I'll have to line up the red dots on the cogs with the corresponding red marks on the wall.
Okay, can I restart that? Because I did not understand the UI at all. Okay, got another brick. I still, like, would love to know what happened visually to this game that made it like this.
This door doesn't open. I'll have to find another way in.
Like, random pixels in the textures got set to transparent or something. It's very weird. Like, was somebody editing the image files for the Steam release, and they, like, were trying to crop out backgrounds and accidentally, like, just, you know, set black to transparent or something? I know, I feel like I keep mentioning this over and over again, but it's really weird.
Couple of long, sturdy poles. Wooden box.
No, I need to look at that one.
Nothing puts a smile on my face like a little pot.
Huh? So it feels like a very jarring transition to these ruins here, but like that was true in the original too. And so much stuff. I feel like the textures were better in previous games too. Okay, sure. Also, I miss my cheesy MIDI music.
Whoa, that snake doesn't look very friendly. And it doesn't look like it's gonna move away from that brick anytime soon. Maybe I can bait it into moving. Looks like a pile of good-sized sticks.
Just suddenly grabbing all the things. Okay, I don't like that this says get rope off wall, and I am not seeing what it might be referring to. I have this conversation pit here. Fix my view. Sure. Sure, this all makes sense. Where'd it go? There's some like chugging happening, which is alarming to me. Oh my. What wall has a rope on it that I'm supposed to be getting? I am not seeing a rope, and I am frankly barely seeing a wall. Please tell me this isn't some kind of like transparent rope. Is that it?
A length of rope made of woven fibers.
Yeah, it was just way up there then. Got it. Okay. Apparently it's faster to do this. And go over to this. Again, there's no like combining things, animation playing or anything. It's just it pauses for an unsettling amount of time. And then just boop. Okay. Let's look at all the things. Going back somewhere or other. Sure, I'll know it when I see it. In this buggy game. Okay, that seems like the place.
I'm pretty sure I've got all the bricks I need. This thing has 8 rows on each side. Maybe if I insert the bricks so there's only one in each horizontal, vertical, and diagonal row.
Oh.
Maybe I can solve this thing.
Oh, this puzzle. Freaking 8 queens puzzle. Okay.
Now there's no apparent way to open this door. Maybe it's connected somehow to that weird thing on the other wall.
I feel like the problems graphically are getting worse or harder to deal with.
The holes in the wall were the same size as the bricks I'd found with the Anasazi drawings on them. It seemed likely that I'd have to insert the bricks into the correct openings. Then I assumed something really cool would happen.
Okay. Where's my bricks? This is phrased in like the most confusing possible way it could be phrased. Fortunately, I am familiar with the puzzle.
Secret passage. One of my favorite things.
Okay. The game is still holding together a little bit, kinda, sorta.
There are more structures over there. It's as though a natural bridge spanned this at one time, but it's long gone. I guess I need to find another way across, but how?
It's weird how much worse this is than the previous games. Like some of that is just like, okay, visually stuff is going very wrong, but like what was I saying? Uh-oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, visually, like, yeah, there's problems, but also... See, I've also seen that movie.
There are more structures over there. Looks as though a natural bridge spanned this at one time, but it's long gone. I guess I need to find another way across, but how?
There. It's like, it feels like they moved to a new engine. It's just like has worse textures and worse animations for looking at stuff in your inventory, or no animations rather. It's like, I don't know. Budget issues? Having to switch operating systems and like therefore using different dev tools, maybe? It was actually fine at the time. It's just that like it's more buggy than I realized. Seamless. We're back to the wacky wall cutouts, I see. Okay.
Well, I'm no expert, but I don't think metal doors are typical of early Native American cultures. I know the government built dozens of secret military installations around the turn of the century, and then abandoned them after World War III. I think this is one of them. What made these markings from the metal door to the wall? Maybe if I can get past that metal door, I can at least figure out the origin of the trail. These glasses don't seem to have been here very long. I wonder if they could be Bosworth Clark's.
We're looking cool. Or forgetting a piece of masking tape. Okay. Sure.
One thin dime. What I could use right now is a lucky penny, but this'll just have to do.
Sure.
Pocket watch. Doesn't appear to have been wound recently.
Now we're getting fancy.
Rare Anasazi light fixtures.
Like, sounds, animation, anything. We're just doing it, huh?
Xander Clark's lab. Something caught my eye.
What was it?
It was blood all over the floor. Probably walked into the middle of a murder scene, and the question was, where was Bosworth Clark?
Like, I feel like by the time I'm done, it's gonna be like, you know, that particular shade of lavender that you get when there's like graphics not loading in certain engines, and like a few dots that I'm clicking on or something. Okay. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
This is Bosworth Clark's blood. I doubt I'll find him. Alive at any rate. Maybe I can at least find out what happened to him. Whoever scattered these papers obviously took anything of importance.
Like, there's just no audio at all at this point.
Clark's taste in posters is banal at best.
I am having a difficult time understanding what this walkthrough is saying at this point. To quote what I am reading, get paper and a magnet off clipboard at side of monitor display.
Something tells me if these display monitors were on, I might find out what Bosworth Clark was working on.
This is one of these that's like tape on like stuck to the side of the magnet. If I like wedge myself in here at a super weird angle and periscope up, perhaps.
Something tells me if these display monitors were on, I might find out what Bosworth Clark was working on.
Definitely like past that point of like, here, let me share a game with you all and we'll have fun, to like, this is personal, I have a grudge, I'm going to finish this piece of garbage.
Something tells me if these display monitors were on, I might find out what Bosworth Clark was working on.
And really a big part of that was just like getting hard stuck until I reloaded the game, and that magically solved it.
I've always enjoyed working with models, but I prefer the kind with two legs.
Also, like the graphics being as broken as they are is like clearly starting to get to a point where I can't see things that are important.
Looks like an authentic smoke alarm, but I've been wrong before.
Yeah, let me just humor myself here a little bit here. Okay. Not really a lot of options visually. The movies load fine.
Now this must be the smoking section. There's to be a pass card reader. Probably need to use it to get computer access.
Okay. Let's think this through. If I was a magnet and piece of paper, where would I be? Stuck to something, right?
The computer looks like it should work, but it's got a weird keypad on it. Someone must have gone through this place. Luckily, there wasn't much to mess up.
Okay, here's some pixels over here.
Something tells me if these display monitors were on, I might find out what Bosworth Clark was working on.
Aha! Would you call this a side of monitor display?
Piece of paper with a single word written on it and held to the side of the console with a magnet.
Or would you call this the side of the console, perhaps? Like it calls it.
Question is this the unpronounceable name of some Anasazi god, or something even less obvious?
Okay. Let's untiptoe.
These appear to be power switches.
Turn these on. See Mr. X on the monitor approaching.
Well, this smoke alarm wasn't designed to detect smoke. With any luck, the little camera inside detected something even more interesting.
Okay. I see something. Can I get this out of the way? There we go.
Video disc player. This must have been Clark's only entertainment out here in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. Use thing on thing.
Osworth.
Oh, yes, yes.
Osworth Clark.
Yes. What is this?
We're going to play a little game. One in 6 chances. Lucky boy. One more time.
You're supposed to take turns. No respect for the game. Also, I kind of feel like, you know, if somebody's going to shoot you if you don't shoot yourself, like, just let them do it, because then it's not going to look like you did it yourself. Like, give me that back. Where'd you go? That.
Pass card reader's hooked up. Now we'll need to scan the pass card.
This is just completely...
Well, that
apart on me. Did I have a pass card?
The computer looks like it should work, but it's got a weird keypad on it. Looks like I have to press these buttons in a certain sequence to open the storage cabinet. Each button has a unique tone. Maybe there's a reference to the sequence somewhere in here.
Gotta play Simon. Got it.
So this is what Clark stashed away. Another STG pass card.
So if I recall, the original Mean Streets, just like 6 of these, and you find them all, and then you're good. You can go win the game.
I can find the password somewhere in here.
This is a very, very plain straight remake, honestly. Like, I could probably, for the most part, use a walkthrough for the original game for this one. Are you freezing again? I think we're done. Hard to say.
You're back again. What can I do for you this time? You're back again. What can I do for you this time? Can't help you there.
I think it's happening again.
Klaus is a scary man. He has a lot of pull in the Law and Order party. I think he'd run for office
Like,
if he could, but he doesn't have the image for it.
When you find something on a
Instead,
computer,
he sits behind the curtain and pulls the strings.
things go screwy.
Carl Linsky and John Klaus together. This is extremely interesting. Do you mind if I have this photo examined? I'd like to find
Or
out
I just, like,
exactly
put it
when
online.
and where it was taken. I'll let you know if I find anything out, okay?
Okay, well, I'm actually done here. No, not that office. My office, which is there. Okay. Then we're going right back to where I just was. Because I guess I was supposed to just, like, you know, space these visits out.
Pass card G. Bosworth Clark obviously didn't want to lose this.
Let's get those marked as seen.
I thought I'd stop by and see whether you
finished your examination of that photograph of Linsky?
We did, but we only found one thing of any interest. Both Klaus and Linsky were wearing ID badges with the STG logo on them. Does that mean anything to you?
No, not yet. You got a couple of minutes, I'd like to ask you a few more questions.
Sure. I've heard only one reference to STG. It was in a letter sent to me anonymously about a month ago. The letter was sent by someone calling him or herself the Poisoned Pawn. I would have figured it was written by some psychopath, but there was enough verifiable information to make me take it seriously.
Like, it's fascinating comparing this to, like,
The letter said that there was a project called STG, which was in
the Resident Evil remake.
Followed up by Law and Order. Letter advised us to check out John Klaus, STG, and Law and Order's connection to it.
Where, like, it's the same shape as the original game, but, like, you know, remix, if you've played it before, it's going to surprise you. And this just does not.
I have no idea who it is. We examined the letter for clues to the author's identity, but came up dry. He or she did say that we could contact them through some...
It's like a real mist situation or something. But buggier.
There are a handful of Jorge Valdez's in the area, and I'm sure there are some that aren't listed. I've checked out the ones I could find, but none of them appeared to be the one I was looking for.
Well, the rest of these I already asked about when I was hard stuck. I think I'm just going back to the office now. Ah, okay. Hello.
What topic would you like us to research? A search for information on STG Corporation has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? A search for information on Jorge Valdez has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research?
Yeah, let's just go on
A
the
search
line.
for information on Poisoned Pawn has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? A search for information on Wannapek's letter has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? A search for information on John Klaus has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? A search for information on John Klaus has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? A search for information on Bosworth Clark has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? Thank you for using the American Information Database. Goodbye.
Textures are hard. Okay, we got some stuff here. Here's some guy. He works at a place. He likes Jess. Swear to God is located in California. It's not what it actually stands for. There's a lot of Jorge Valdez's. Okay. The other thing too is like Mean Streets is not a game worth remaking. It's kind of just, well, it's basically this, just exhaustively talking to 50,000 people, 50,000 other people, and then eventually getting some addresses to go to poke around and get cards. Okay. Guess we're gonna go now.
So, how is your investigation progressing?
I found out some things that might interest you.
I thought you might. You seem a resourceful and persistent fellow. Gideon Enterprises had a little shake-up recently. The chairman of the board, Frank Shimming, pulled a coup on Jason Gideon, who's now practically out of a job. It was all legal, but underhanded. Gideon helped us design some of our most valuable and top-secret surveillance equipment. We even invited him to join our organization, but he said that he was too old for the cloak and dagger business. Rumors have circulated that Shimming is connected to the Law and Order Party. If that's the case, we're gonna have a hard time doing anything to stop them. Gideon Enterprises has more money and power than it knows what to do with. They would make an imposing...
I still haven't shot any Nazis, just saying. Are we going to other locations besides these two?
You have a fax.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Shimming, my name's Murphy. I'd like to ask you a few questions about STG.
Is this an official investigation?
You'd better believe it, pal.
I believe it's within my rights to ask for whom you work.
What? I'll give you a hint. It's between Sagittarius and Aquarius.
So, you're with Capricorn. I thought you people had gotten tired of pestering me.
We never get tired of pestering. That's our motto.
What is it you want this time?
Well, this is another one of those guys who's into a lot of stuff. None of it comes to mind immediately. Walker says, ask about everything.
No one by the name of Carl Linsky has ever been on Gideon Enterprises' payroll.
It's got a lot.
Mr. Gideon founded this corporation and brought it to prominence. And he did this despite mediocre business skills, which have diminished along with his general mental state over the past several years. He became obsessed with pet projects and was leading the company in a counterproductive direction. For that reason, the board of directors saw fit to limit his authority in business matters.
So what does Mr. Gideon think about all of this?
Why don't you ask him yourself? I'm sure he'd appreciate a visit from someone other than nurses and wheelchair repairmen. I'll let you know where to find him.
I feel like by this point in the original game, I was talking
about
about named like Big Dick Johnson.
Run this corporation as effectively and profitably as possible. My personal life is none of your business.
I might just misremember when they show up.
We are the world's foremost innovator and implementer of security surveillance systems. We are also the parent company.
I'm starting to worry they cut
dozens
out
of
people with
small
really
firms,
green names.
ranging from computer chip makers to research facilities. I don't know who that is. Totally unfamiliar. I have nothing of any importance to say about that. I know John Klaus, but only socially. I'll have to take your word that the other man is Carl Linsky. I've never seen him before in my life. We have many small subsidiary companies. If I remember correctly, STG was research-based and probably more of a write-off than anything. I know it is no longer in existence and was unimportant, to say the least. This questioning is getting tiresome.
Isn't it
To
though?
the point, if you have one.
No, I'm just following the guide. It says to ask you about all these things you don't know anything about.
The name is completely foreign to me.
Okay, got one more page of these.
My political beliefs are my own, and I make a point of not allowing them to interfere at any time with my business dealings.
Okay, so you're a Nazi, is what you're saying. Got it.
I respect the work Capricorn does, which is the only reason I'm talking to you now. To my knowledge, Gideon Enterprises has done nothing to warrant a Capricorn investigation. Ms. Morgan was a top engineering consultant for Gideon Enterprises for many years. She left and started her own company several years ago and was doing quite well last time I heard. Now this questioning is getting tiresome. Get to the point if you have one. North Hill Clinic security system was installed by our corporation. That is the extent of my dealings with the clinic. Chess was and is a common motif in Gideon Enterprises, owing to Mr. Gideon's avid interest in the game. I have no interest in it myself. I haven't heard of it.
It's important to find out everybody's feelings on chess.
The name is completely foreign to me.
Okay.
I have no opinion of you whatsoever, Mr. Murphy.
It's Murph E, actually, not just Murph. But you seem to be getting choppy, so, yeah.
You actually met Jason Gideon in person?
Yeah. Want my autograph?
Well, what was he like? What about the mansion? Oh, I heard it was spectacular.
A little garish for my taste, but nice. The mansion, on the other hand...
Very funny.
I'm unclear how far into the game I am at this point, by the way. Hey, music. It's been a while. Seamless.
Cozy little flat you've got here.
You must find it ostentatious. I bet I do as well. It's certainly too much home for only one person.
Oh, this guy.
You don't live here alone, do you?
I'm afraid so. My fortune has provided me with a fully automated, self-sufficient existence.
So she didn't owe that guy game.
Visibility has given me an aversion to reliance on others. I want for nothing, except perhaps human companionship, and that only after my somewhat forced semi-retirement.
Well, don't you worry about your safety. I mean, given your condition.
Gideon Enterprises defines state-of-the-art with regard to security systems. I am surrounded, perhaps imprisoned, by the very finest electronic moat. No, I don't worry about my safety, though. I thank you for your concern. Now, what do I owe this welcome visit?
I'm investigating the death of Carl Linsky. He was an employee in your corporation.
Oh, no. Gideon Enterprises is no longer mine, I'm afraid. I'm sure that Frank Schimming would be a better source of information than I.
I already talked with Frank Schimming. He was about as helpful as a DMV employee in the middle of his 2-week notice.
That doesn't surprise me. I won't mince words. I don't like Shilling. My complete trust in him was repaid with his exploiting my lack of management acumen, then usurping my position as head of Gideon.
But you're still president of the corporation.
Oh, yes. Yes. I have no more real authority to run my company than the King of England has to run his country. I'm merely a figurehead, nothing more.
Why don't you just sack him, as the English say?
Even if I could, what would be the point, huh? My time is past. I'm as outdated as this antique. Such is the cutthroat nature of business. Though I dare say the world itself has become nothing more than a business run by a select few.
I'm not sure I agree, Mr. Gideon. I think there are a lot of people out there who want to make the world a better place.
Oh. And you, my fine friend, how do you intend to make the world a better place?
I don't know. Keep an open mind, respect others, buy Girl Scout cookies.
You think this will make a difference?
I think if enough people care, it just might catch on.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I used to think like you at one time. But idealism costs nothing, and I lived on it for many years. But its taste is bittersweet. It's in large part the reason why I can no longer walk. You'd like to hear what happened, wouldn't you?
I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable.
You know,
Oh, I've been in this damn cage for more years than I care to remember. I've had to grow accustomed to it.
some things need to be asked directly and not just launch into it.
It was 2013. I was in Geneva to attend a covert meeting of UN operatives. There were 14 of us, and at least one was a traitor, armed with an explosive device. I was the only survivor.
Did you ever find out who it was?
No. It could have been any one of a score of countries or organizations. Well, I don't suppose it matters anymore. It was the beginning of the end. There are no heroes anymore, only villains of varying degrees.
What about Capricorn? You support what they do, don't you?
Oh, Capricorn does what they do, but they're merely fighting the good fight. Oh, greed and corruption have the upper hand. When I was younger, I sincerely believed we could achieve a semblance of global order and harmony. That was only the foolish dream of a youthful idealist. Once I was crippled, I was no longer of use. No, I was turned loose into the world. A cruel and deadly steeplechase where survival was a matter of social Darwinism. I was lost. I believed that my handicap had denied me my destiny. Years and years passed before I realized that I still had much to offer. With little more than a plan, I laid the foundations of Gideon Enterprises. Among the mutant population, I found other social misfits whose skills and talents had been overshadowed by their physical abnormalities. Oh, those were difficult times. We were openly ridiculed. Finding investors and financing was an often humiliating series of rejections. How could someone like myself, a cripple, ever hope to accomplish such a venture? But eventually, we did succeed. Becoming the wealthiest and most powerful corporation of its type in the world. I had recaptured the idealism of my youth, the belief that through sacrifice, commitment, and hard work, anything was possible. But then it happened again. In the blink of an eye, all those years of investment and careful nurturing were torn from me by thieves and liars masquerading as board members and stockholders. And now, towering over them all is Frank Shimming. His disregard for integrity is matched only by his worship of dividends and profit margins. So nothing has happened. I have come full circle. And once again, I'm unwanted, unneeded, and facing a purposeless existence. So you listen to me. If you insist on striding through life, arms laden with hope, you will only meet with one devastating disappointment after another. Oh, please forgive me, Mr. Murphy. You must be a very busy man. I must apologize for monopolizing your time with my ramblings.
I don't mind.
Oh,
That sums up the whole game, really.
To indulge me.
Like,
just that I receive so few visitors these days. But we must return to your investigation. Please, tell me what I can do to assist.
hey, let's take Mean Streets and remake it and replace all the parts that are kind of fun or interesting with just every character actor we can find just like completely going off on like wild monologues. And then ask him about everything.
I only know, I should say knew, him by reputation. He was an outstanding neurologist in his time. I read about his suicide in the newspapers. I don't want you to pity me, Mr. Murphy. I have enough creature comforts to make life worth living. I'd rather talk about something more pleasant. Suffice to say that Mr. Shimming will not be receiving a Christmas card from me this year.
So part of the problem
I feel like a parent whose child has left the nest.
is that the only guide I could find
Nested and raised it to adulthood. Now it's left me with an empty home and too many hours in the day.
very much just like aimed for like getting the highest possible score.
Mr. Valdez runs a chess shop called the Rank and File in the old city. We play quite often over the Ethernet. Yes, he's one of the few worthy opponents I've found.
The Ethernet, you say?
In chess terminology, a poisoned pawn is the bait in a trap. Whoever is going by that name probably considers him or herself a sacrificial lamb, so to speak. I'm afraid I haven't heard of it.
Don't do this to me. Thank you.
This is Karl Linsky. Oh, I only knew him by name and I didn't recognize the other man. I know nothing about that. I wish I could be of more assistance. I'm unfamiliar with the name.
I'm just picturing like the filming of this. Like, okay, here is your like 10-minute soliloquy, and now we just need you to say I don't know like 20 times.
The Law and Order Party is merely a Machiavellian byproduct of our society's decay. Their goals are not altogether unworthy, but those ends do not justify their means. But unfortunately, they've struck a chord with the public. And with an appealing candidate like Robert Knott, they will surely gain a great deal of power. I sometimes feel that Capricorn is the last bastion of sanity in the world. Their efforts are laudable, but futile.
Every time I'm about to like just give up on this, they remind me, oh yeah, there's Nazis.
While I don't know him personally, my instincts tell me that Mr. Knott is a man of integrity.
Well, you suck.
But I've been wrong before. Rona Morgan was a beautiful, intelligent woman trapped in a deformed shell.
Wow, that's a way to describe
She joined
someone.
our engineering team early on and soon proved her immense value. She went into business for herself some time ago, with my blessing. I wish I could be of more assistance. Unfortunately, my condition has required numerous treatments. The care I've received at North Hill, however, has been exceptional. Chess is my only diversion. Oh, if you care to play, I'd be glad to teach you a thing or two about the game. I owe what quality of life I have to a variety of DHS medications. Without them, I probably would not be having this conversation. I'm unfamiliar with the name. You remind me very much of myself when I was younger. I sincerely
Really?
hope you'll keep in mind the things I've told you.
You don't seem like a bumbling idiot, but you know. I have been wrong before, as you say. Anyway, okay, finally done with that. We have a new location.
The rank and file was right in the middle of the old city.
Wasn't this back when they still called it the Freak Town?
Yeah, the Mutant League was in high gear at the time, and the whole mutant norm thing was just starting to heat up. I got more than a few nasty looks when I showed up at the chess shop. How's the game going?
Welcome to the rank and file. What can I do for you?
You can explain to me how you're like managed to run a store that only sells chess table sets and chess related things. Apparently, that's very specific.
Well, one of the pawns from my chess set is very, very sick. I think he may have been poisoned. Anything you can do to help?
What kind of chess set do you have?
It's a fair question.
Well, don't tell anyone, but I have the live endangered species set I got through the black market. It's a lot of fun, but man, replacing the pieces, they're a little pricey.
What you're talking about is illegal.
Chess is so boring. I have to do something to liven it up.
Call this a hunch. But you're not here to ask me about chess, are you? What do you want?
I'm here to ask about everything. Oh, we're doing this again. Video not loading. I believe I paid something approaching good money for this collection of these games. You would think I'd get better functionality. Instead, the fourth game, I have to like go configure files for it to even launch, and this one's just falling to pieces here. And apparently crashing again. Unless I can just kind of do this, fix it. Maybe. Nope. At least it's good about, like, picking up where you left off if it crashes. You can do it. I believe in you. Come on, little game. You can pull it together and run. Okay, I got the rare double crash. It's more like it. Okay, let's jump back in once again.
Tex Murphy. I'm a private
well,
investigator.
I guess it's made different choices now.
I don't want any trouble.
Oh.
And there isn't going to be any trouble if you'll just come up with some
It
information.
jumped right back into like the point in the conversation I was at. Like,
Okay, shoot.
the crash recovery is really good. However, I am now charged with a terrible, terrible task to once more ask about everything.
Nice guy. He used to come in here occasionally. I read in the paper that he killed himself. It's too bad. Not is the pretty facade that disguises the law and order party's war machine. Mr. Gideon's been a friend of the mutants for years. Unlike most people in his social strata. He's a great man. It makes me angry as hell to think what Shimmy did to him.
Just showing up with a like big buffet full of scenery and inviting everybody we can.
Programmer. I worked there for a couple of years until Shimmy took over. Everything changed for the worse. It was like working under Stalin. Why are you asking about me? I'm just a source of information to someone like you.
I'd like to get you know better.
Poisoned pawn is a chess term.
Covered that.
It refers to an apparently unprotected pawn, whose capture leads to dire consequences. If I had to guess, I'd say the author of the anonymous letter Felt like he was the first link in a dark chain.
I am enjoying a lot of these performances.
I don't know anything about the letter, or why my name was mentioned in it. I recognize Linsky, of course, but I don't know the other person. Though I think I may have seen him with Frank Shimming years ago. I haven't heard anything about it. Don't know him. Don't know him. I have no idea who that is. You know what the Law and Order Party is? It's the Fourth Reich. They won't rest until every mutant is deported, imprisoned, or dead. Capricorn is about the last organization in the world that considers us mutants to be human beings. I think there's a battle brewing between them and the Law and Order Party. Never heard the name before.
I feel like by this point in the original, like, we had more
The hospital to the
deserving of the
rich
name
and famous.
mutants.
I haven't been fortunate enough to be a patient there. Life is a chess game, and Law and Order has all the power pieces. I have no idea who that is. You seem like an interesting guy. Makes me wish you were more of a chess player.
It's very talk to me interested in becoming homeless. There's a Shenmue reference if you didn't get it. Okay.
Dex Murphy here.
Are you investigating the death of Carl Linsky?
It depends. Who's that?
Finally.
A friend. Just a friend.
You're not calling to see whether I need my carpets cleaned, are you?
No.
So what do you need?
The question is, what do you need?
Well, good home-cooked meal would be nice, but other than that, I need a lead.
A University of San Francisco professor, Val Davis, died in a speeder crash last week.
That's interesting, but it's not much believe it.
Davis was working on the STG project with Linsky.
I see his shirt's on backwards and inside out.
Okay. Now you got my attention.
There are answers to be found in Davis's laboratory on the USF campus, Building C. If you get there within the hour, the doors will be unlocked.
Okay, I'm on my way, but what am I looking for?
The chess move. I'll be watching. When you find it, I'll contact you again.
Ooh, intriguing. So who was the mysterious informant?
I had no idea at the time.
You're not going to tell me, are you?
I'll tell you this. I didn't waste any time getting over to the USF campus and into Val Davis's lab. Sure enough, it was unlocked and I started looking around.
Game continues to be a buggy mess. So, let me just check something really quick. It's not my cat, by the way, that's the game. Yeah, I got a lot of this left, it looks like. Awful. Holy cow. Oh, is this scroll bar accurate? It's not just like a bunch of garbage on the page. There's a little garbage on the page, but oof. Oof. Because there's 8 task cards, actually. I have 2, to be clear. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it here for now. I was expecting this to be a much shorter game, because I was told that repeatedly. I just manually saved it. It's fine. So yeah. Some thoughts. So, okay, so we spent, you know, the primary part of the stream on the Pandora Directive, which, like, it's more Under a Killing Moon. Under a Killing Moon is good, and it's, like, more competently made. But again, it loses a lot in that, and the plot doesn't really work. And then, yeah, Overseer here is just straight up a remake of Mean Streets, which, like, was a curiosity, mainly interesting for the, like, ambitious flight sim thing, which isn't in here. And, you know, the bits where it goes side view and you just, like, shoot 50 Nazis, which also don't seem to be in here. There's something to be said for appreciating just, you know, like, classic FMV acting from a huge list of, like, character actors and other people you've seen in a lot of stuff. So that I can appreciate, but it's kind of a slog. I may or may not get back to this next week and finish it, because I am not having a good time. But, like, if people are curious, I'll see it through. After this, there is one final game in the Tex Murphy series that came out many years after the rest of them, in, like, 2016. Something like that. Which, you know, I'm curious about. I might save for a future break between alphabet passes. So, you know, let me know what you'd like to see on the stream next week. Would you like to see more of this? Would you like to see something else? However you feel like telling me, let me know. And yeah, we'll see what's up next week.